Hello, everyone. I'm going to present the topic of the Japanese organization development in the U.S. So, how they develop the organizational structure and the culture, especially when they have been planning entering the U.S. So to expand their markets and to share some more benefits and the profitability in con- conducting the business in the U.S. So the main topic is how they create the strategies, how they make use of the competencies of their Japanese company to succeed in the fierce competitive U.S. So I'm not going to focus on a certain field or the industry, but I will share with some strategies that they will make upon entering the U.S. market. So let's get started. So there is a type of content here, like the research questions is about yes, how to develop the organization, and the introductions of the new organization's establishment, and the differences between the U.S. And Japan in terms of their corporate corporate mode and some, of course, their structure and their mindset and their some requirements for employees and etc. So there are many. Yeah. And the strategies of adaptations to other countries, we will focus on the U.S. market as well. And the solutions to the organization developments and how they design the organizational structures to be more competitive in U.S. And some implications. That's just for reference for maybe in the future, like enterprise to take into considerations when they want to set up the organization in the U.S. Of course, there's a conclusion at the end of the presentations. Okay, so let's move on. So the research question is how to develop organization, structure, and culture as a Japanese company to use them to compete in a business based in U.S. Okay, so refer to the introduction of establishing new organization. Okay, so we will like to know the new organization development is very hard in either in their home country or outside of their home country. So when it comes to how hard is it to enter other countries? Okay, so first of all, their operating routes. Yes, if you want to move your original like business model and your employees to other countries, that will be limited because it's not like in Japan. They will it will be very different from what they do in Japan. So operating system might not different. So just for examples, the company's entrepreneurial capabilities not might not be used in the U.S. based on their localized the way to conduct the actions of yes running the business or so on and so on. Okay, so how to transfer the competencies between the business units. So that's the problem with how they leverage the products or maybe the strategies into other countries. So like it's hard to share resources between business units to realize the synergies. So if you want to have synergies, Yes, in order to transfer your competencies, so maybe you have to form the so-called horizontal integrations. So maybe you can achieve this goal by yes, merging or acquisition. But it's not very easy outside of your home country. So you will be planning about that. And also, if you want to come up with some ideas, new ideas, like how to develop new products or the technological cooperations with U.S. companies, so that's the topic of the innovations. So when you want to innovate your original products, so I think that is necessary because you have to yes, create the new business model and some brand new mindsets in US because it's not very applicable in US by using the old fashioned way, like how you implement it in Japan. So yes, you might have to do more on digital transformation and also the media use. Okay, so horizontal integrations, that's the topic of the synergies. So maybe you can utilize the general organizational competencies that increase the performance. That is very good because yes, it's internal resources, and it's a very good way to leverage the competencies you already have in Japan. Okay, so regarding the new establishment outside of Japan, yes, so we will have a topic why they should set up. It's like because U.S. is top three the biggest market in the world. That's what you may know already, and of course the advanced new technology, and you have to make progress by entering other countries because it's a way, it's a chance to engage with the global market as well. Okay, so let's compare with the Japanese company and U.S. So yes, the U.S. is more quick when the decision making, and of course the Japanese will be more cautious. And the roles and the responsibility, as you may know, the U.S. more put emphasis on their individuals, so it will yes, more individualism. But compared to the U.S., the Japanese company will contribute to the whole group, and they will regard their merits as a whole group, instead of just yes, instead of regarding it as a personal uh, yes, contribution. Regarding the ROI, of course, both yes, very highly regarded the ROI in terms of the revenue and the cost performance, but the Japanese more like they have to look, they put emphasis on their establishment of the process. They really take care of each steps. And Japan, they are more subcontracting, so it is a good way to develop their competitive advantages in US as well. Okay, so let's move on to the next one is the strategies of the adaptations to other countries. So like resource recognitions. So as you may know, there are internal and external resources. Like, but how this regard about the organizational design. So maybe I'm the manager. I have to create a system and structure and culture and of course a cultural control systems that motivates and coordinates with the local employees to perform at a high level. So it's very important for the leaders to manage the resources. And of course, the cultural adaptations, the culture is not very similar to Japan. So maybe they have to determine the company's ability to create the functional competencies by considering those cultural elements like Yes, when marketing, there is some more promotional, new promotional tools, and of course, in the human resource, you have to understand how the U.S. people the talent flow of their in their in their countries. Of course, you have to partners. Yes, to establish a strong tie with local partners. So yes, it's really a good method to adapt into other countries by yes using the, the leverage of your home country in your home country, like the risk averse and highly collective spirit. It's a good I think it's the proper method when you enter the new market like US. Yes, we they like peoples to take care of very many details and very trivial things. They always matters when you make a decision. So it's very good to take care of them. Okay, so the last part is the solutions. So not confined to the Japanese corporate hierarchy, so more take care of their U.S. way, and of course the supplier purchaser relationship. So in order to cut down the cost, so maybe you have to negotiate with the local purchasers, and when you are purchasers, you have to find a powerful supplier as well. So keep facilitating the communications with local employees to make the returns the turnovers as low as possible. Of course, yes, the core business you have to always take cares in U.S. Just like what I do in Japan. Okay, so yes, it's always it's a good implications. It's a things is for those who really cares about the overseas development in terms of the products or service. You it's a good, very good opportunity to provide them those leaders to work outside of their Japan. And yes, the conclusion, I would conclude that yes, it's very vital to synthesize the resources to make it successful in the U.S. Of course, leaders have the responsibility to organize the operational system and synthesize resources from these different sections. Like what I say, yes, I think it's very important to take distinctive competency developed by the business unit in your home country and use it to create a new business in a different country. So as a leader, you have to be a personal vision to make a success. Okay, so that's all for my presentation, and thank you for listening. I'm Won Chen Yong. Thank you so much.